Hello everyone, good morning. So let's wait for another couple of minutes and then we will start. Yes, I think we will start. So good morning everyone. How are you all? Is everyone good? Nobody was not speaking anything. I think you guys are still sleeping, huh?
All good, sir. Thank you.
Nice, nice. I thought that everybody was on sleeping mode. Okay, then let's get started. So let me share my screen. So before that, do you guys have any questions on our previous classes? And yesterday I given some small exercise that to create a logic for what that voter ID distribution. If your logic should check whether that candidate is able to, like whether that candidate is eligible to apply for a voter ID or not. So how many of you have tried actually?
I've done, sir.
Okay. If you have it handy, you can just paste it on the chat.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, it's a simple logic. So here I'm going to paste one of the solutions. Yeah. So this is a solution which is done by one of our student like Ageuda. So let's execute this line of code and we'll understand how and we will test it like how it is working. Okay. So very firstly, the age. So we should get an input from the user, right? So what is the age of that customer? Okay. Then first it is a age. Then he is trying to print the what is the input, whatever the input which we taken by the user. Then if age is less than that of 18, then print is not eligible for voter ID. Else eligible for voter ID. Yes. So in this case, so very firstly, it is going to check the age is less than 18 or not. If it is less than 18, directly going to say that not eligible. If else condition, what are the other possible things? Might be that person age is equal to 18 or greater than as 18, right? Only these two possibles, sir. Only these two possibles. So that's why. So in that two possible also, so the candidate can apply for voter ID. So let's execute this line of code. So let me give the age. Let's say 21. The age is 21. Eligible for voter ID. Nice, nice work. So I hope you people are getting into the actual topics. And yes. Mm, mm, mm. Wow, I love the sentences. So another solution here. Yes, the same thing, accepting an input from the user. Then let me execute this line of code. Okay, my age is 10. I not eligible. Next time, better luck. So I just love these kinds of sentences actually. Nice. Who did this? Sheshashri. Nice.
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
Nice. So any questions, any other questions you have on our previous topics? I hope no. You people just tried and succeeded on that actual logic creation. So by the in this way, I can conclude that you people are good in conditional using a conditional operator and conditional statements. Anyhow, but mathematical operation, you people are already know what are the mathematical operations, how we can do it in Python because it is very straightforward using any operator, right? That plus, minus, division, multiplication. This anyhow you know. So there is nothing, it is not in the rocket science, right? So I have a multiple examples on that if else condition. And here is the example for nested if else. So nested if else means so condition inside of the condition. Let's say if it passed for any a basic like a very base condition, then I have another condition for that specific condition. That is, let's say if this input, okay, whatever the input is giving, if A is greater than or equals to B, I am checking. Okay, then your input is passed that condition, then again inside of that what I am checking, if A is equals to B, that is in another scenarios, and if A is greater than B, then another, like here we have in another two situations. So in that two situation, how I can handle it? So this is what we can call it as a nested if else condition. This is also very simple, maybe you guys can try that. So condition inside of the condition, we are called this as a nested condition. So here it is if else condition, right? So that's why I will call this as a nested if else conditions. Okay, then so let me go to another section. So I have multiple examples here, like maybe you guys can try it once I send this notebook to you all. Then another section here, it is Python data types. See, these are the Python data types. What are those? If your input is in the form of text, then we can call it as a string type. If your input, if your data is in the numerical types, then we can call it as an int, float, complex. Can anyone tell that what is the meaning of int, float, and complex? It's a general topic. It's not about Python. So in every, if you go anywhere, so the same thing it is. What is the meaning of int, float, and complex? How that numeric looks like?
Integer is nothing but positive and negative values, but a whole number kind of thing. But
Hmm?
float is along with the decimals, and complex is nothing but 4 plus ij, 4 plus 5j. So, which are a kind of vector kind of thing.
Vector kind of things. What do you mean by I and J?
Uh,
I
those are
think you all
actually,
peoples are.
yeah.
I think you all peoples are learned this in your high school, maybe high school or primary. You guys have seen this kind of things. I and J. I don't know, like how many of still you remember imaginary part and real part, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That is what it is. So if it comes to like imaginary part, that is I, and J is comes for real part. That is what the complex it is. Complex number, complex large. Then yes, floating means if your data having any decimal places or decimal values, then we can call this as a float. If you have any straightforward numbers with a negative or positivities, it is called as an integers. Okay. Then sequential type, that is list, tuple, range, and a mapping type. So that is dictionary mapping type. So if you see the dictionary, it is available with two values, right? Key and values. So I'll tell that like how it is going to becoming a mapping. Okay. Then sets type, that is set and frozen set. Boolean type, it is a bool. So you guys are already familiar with this bool type, that is true or false values. If your data having only true, false, then it is called as a boolean. Then binary type, that is bytes, byte array, memory view. So these kinds of um, data you guys can see when I'm going to create, when you are going to create an arrays. Okay, so none type means if your data doesn't have any values, then it is a none type. Okay, none type data. Clear? Any questions so far? So I'll tell these things actually. Sequential type, that is list. I think you people are already um, know what is list and how it looks like. So I will give some more example and so more exercise and more transformation on that particular data. That is list. Actually, these are the data structures. Okay, it's a type. Okay, so but we can call this as a data structure, that list, uh, sets, tuple, and dictionary. These four and frozen set. These are the data structures in Python. So when it comes to the data structure section, I'll explain all of these four things. So, but until this time, so you people can understand. So very basically, what are the data types of Python? Okay. Then, so here I just given a note for you all about the complex type. Complex type means consisting of two values. The first one is in a real part of the complex number, and the second one is an imaginary part of the complex number. We usually denote the real part using I and the imaginary part with a J. For example, it looks like this. Okay. So here I just given a small, what I can say, example and small note on that. So you may get understanding of these things. Okay. Then I'll just zoom it. No, it's more zoomed. Okay. Now, here I provided a syntax and a type. If you really want to know the data type of that your inputs by Pythonic way, then how you can do that? So by seeing the data, you can easily analyze that. What is the type of the data? How we can extract by using Python, right? Because by like specifying the data type, by getting the data type, maybe you should do some other transformations. Like by checking your data is in numerical values, you should do some other operations. By checking the data type as a string, you should do another operation. So in that case, it is very required to identify your data type of your inputs by using Python. So how we can find it? So it's a very simple. It's a syntax you guys can see here. That is, you can type function. So inside of the type function, you can provide your inputs and check what is the data type of your data. Okay, I think you people are already aware of some functions, like because in our previous classes, I shown how to use these things. right? So here again, I'm giving multiple examples over here. If you want to check your input, see here, type here. I'm just converting this string numeric values into integer. So because this is a numerical values, I can easily convert into integer, then string to integer. So that's why it is printing it as an int. And type of this values you can see that is enclosed within a double quote. It means that is a strings. So it is printing the data type as a str, which means string. Then uh, and that type conversion that also I already shown by using these functions. If you really wants to convert, let's say this x is in a string integer, okay, 10. Here is the function to convert that string values into integer, right? So here is the example. So I just converted now. So let's see the data type. See, that is integer data type. Okay, so in the same way, you can convert that into a string as well. You can easily convert that integer values into string, but you can't convert that text into integer. Just keep in mind. Then it is converted. See, like how we can convert it into integer to string, string to integer. Then, um, I think you people sir already know the this kind of data. Mm, So, right. So let's see what is the type of this set of data. Yeah. See, the type is list. Okay. So just showing an example of the data types, like how it looks. Okay. If the values are separated with comma and enclosed within a flower, like sorry, a parenthesis, then we can call it as a tuples. You can see that is a tuple type. Then if it is enclosed within a flower braces, then we can call that as a set type. Okay, these are the data structures. So I will explain more on that when it comes to the data section, data structure section. Okay, so just I'm giving an example of that, how we can check the data type of those values. Okay, so then if you really want to know the, like, let's see here, this is a 1J. If you really want to know the type of these kinds of inputs, see, it is complex, right? So this is how it works. Any questions so far? Come on, do you guys have any questions or not?
No, sir.
Okay, then I think let's go with so one by one. Like if you have any string types, okay, what sort of operations which we can do? Let's say you have a string over here, okay. What are the possible transformations, possible operations which we could do by using this string?
Replace certain like replace some kind of range, and then um,
Okay, replace, then
substr. I don't know what it is in Python, but substr, like you can print the range of values. Yeah, substr.
substringa.
Yes, substring.
Okay, okay. Extracting the substring, it means it's a slicing.
Okay.
Yeah, then so just
Change
whatever.
length,
Uh-huh.
string dot length, specific string dot
No,
length.
I'm not asking like how we can do it in Python and all. What are the possible things which we can do? So just to see, yeah, you have a name. How, what are the, like, what you can imagine, like how you guys are going to see that name in a different format, right? So just I want to know that things. So technical
Change
things like how we
things.
can do it, we will discuss later.
Changing to uppercase or lowercase.
Okay. Then
Swapping.
swapping.
Mm.
Okay. Is that? Okay. Then I will show um
Split
all of
also, I think.
what is that?
Split.
Split. Okay. Then that's it, huh?
Reverse.
Reverse. Then okay. Then so if we have a string, let's say FIRST fast string operation. Okay. So I just given an example, right? So whenever you guys are struck with any way, if you really wants to know what are the options available with the Python, you should do one thing. What is it? So with your input, just press tab and just press a dot and tab, right? Then you may get all the supporting methods, supporting functions for that, right? See here, how many supporting functions, all of these things is there till now. See, capitalize, case fold, count, encode, ends with, find, format, index, right? Is alphanumeric, is numeric, lower, upper, multiple things was there, right? So let's see one by one. If I press a dot and if I make it as an upper, okay, upper is a function, you can just press execute this line of code. See, your string value, your input is gets converted into uppercase, right? Then if you really wants to be in a lower case, then it's coming to lower case only. So I'll just paste it one in a different cells to show that. I will just take this input, who is sending a mail for me. Okay, I'll just execute this as well. You can see that lower cases gets converted into uppercase. This uppercase gets converted into lowercase. Now, so I will take this example again and giving that capitalize. So you can just see if I execute this function, what will happen? So first word, so first letter of that sentence is gets converted into upper. So rest all will be like lower only. It is very much needed when you are doing any sentence or any text formatting, text formatting, these things, right? So it is not possible to do it manually, like if you have an 100 pages of text something. You can just select that text and do in this way. You can just apply that function. This function will be taken care of all these operations. Okay. In the same way, we have multiple options over here, right? So I'll just remove this unwanted one, right? So in this way, we have a multiple operations which you can do. So that is again, the other section is operations with strings. Anyhow, for the numerical, anyhow, you should do only that mathematical and some statistical operations only. But with the strings, what you can do with the text, right? See here, values which is enclosed by the quotes. It may be single quotes, it may be triple quotes, or it may be double quotes. I already explained that. Then, so here you can see my string, hello Python 3.10. Okay, this is actually the string. So it is enclosed within a double quotes. This example is enclosed within a triple quotes, right? So both are string. Both are string. There is nothing wrong in that. There is no other questions on that. Then Very firstly, str1 is welcome and str2 is word. How we can do the concatenation of those two those two strings? That already explained that. So you can use plus operands and to add these three sentences, right? But the question is like adding the separator in the sense, so the element which is separate your words. Okay, so let's see. Here you have a welcome and word. So if I execute this line of code, so what is the result? That is hello underscore word. It means what is the separator? Here is underscore is the separator. Why? Because this underscore is separated these two words. If I am not added this one, if I just remove this one, what happened? So there is no separation, there is no separator here. So it is just concatenated the two words without any separator. So that's why we don't have any space, any underscore, nothing here. So if you really want to add a separator, you should add that separator separately. So then I'll just give the space as another concatenation. Then I'm going to print it. See, hello, welcome, word. Then again, if I want to add, then if I want to add any another sentence, another word. So in that case, um, so sorry. So again, if I want to add any other words into the sentences, then what I should do? If like I should keep on adding this space again and again. So that is not actually the professional coding things, right? So in that case, we have another built-in function that is join. That is join function. How we can use this join function? So this you should always use within a dot. Okay, dot join. So why we should add this dot at the beginning here? So before going to use this, you should specify the separator. So here is the separator is space, right? So here is also you need to specify the separator. What is your separator, like space or underscore, what it is? Okay, so let's give the separator here. That is a space. Then, so inside of this, you need to provide a iterables. So how I can provide iterables? So let's see here. So I'll just press a shift and tab over here. Sometimes it will come, sometimes it not. Now it is not coming. That's okay. So here you have to provide some that list of words or list of sentences to join, right? So here I'm providing that list of sentences or strings. So hello, welcome, and word. These two I need to concatenate. And that's it. So I'm just going to execute this line of code. See how simple it is. If you really want to add any more sentences, any more words, you can keep on adding that word. Next, Python 3.10. Welcome world Python 3.10. You can keep on add the words to concatenate and to like write it as in a sentences, right? This is how it works. Then if you really want to change the separator, so you can directly go here and change it as an underscore or dash, whatever it is. See that it is going to show it in your concatenation operation. This is how you can do the concatenation by using join as well instead of using an arithmetic operators. So any questions on this using this join? These are the very useful functions which you should aware of that. Okay, I hope there's no question on that. So yes, these are the another examples which I mentioned it over here. And then if you really wants to know the length of your inputs, so for that you can use length function. So inside of the length, so you can provide, so here returns the number of items in the container. So in the container, like how many elements was there, that it is going to show. So let's see. Welcome. So what is the length of this welcome? Let's count it. 3 plus 4. That is equal to 7. So it should print 7. See, programmatically also we can easily print the length of your inputs. And if it is a numerical values, then you can see won't, because so for int values you can't get the length. Okay, so it will works only on the string data type, or if you have any list, let's say. So in this list, I'm going to provide hello and 10. So like it's just a mixture of what I can say, string and input in this list. So let me print, like, can anyone tell that what is the expected output for this line of code?
Two.
2, because we have only 2 elements, right? In the inside of this list, 2, 1 and 2. So let's execute this line of code. See here, it's a 2 only, right? So then if you really want to know the length of this word, you need to extract this hello world from the list. Then you have to check the length. Okay, you can see here if you really want to know that. See, that is 4. Then, so how I can take out this hello from this list? I will show it in when we come to the data structure sections. Okay, list and these things are any another topics. Maybe it also requires some more time to show off all the transformations. Okay, then yeah, so these are the things which you can do. So I'm just giving any another exercises for you all. That is, so you should find some string operations and you should to explore that. Okay, so you can see start with what are the input, what is the use of that. So somebody was already told that, like using the replace. So in the strings, maybe here you can see hello Python 3.10. This is actually the older version. Now we have a Python 3.11. So how I can replace this without touching the sentences? Then I will go here. I'll just call this my string dot. I'm just go replace. So here I have a replace method. So inside of that replace, what is the expected one? That is old and new. What is the old one? Old one is nothing but the existing one which you need to replace. So that is 3.10. That is 3.10. Okay, what's happened? Then comma. Then what is the updated one? New one you need. That is 3.11. So let's execute this line of code and we'll see the results. See that 3.10 is replaced with then a 3.11. This is how you can replace the strings of there. Okay. Then, so this end, we have so many functions, so many ends with split. So what happened if I call this split? What happened? So these words, this gets converted into list with separated within a comma. Okay. So my string dot split. So I'll just execute it, this line of code. Here I should provide, see, separation. You should provide a separator. So on which separation you need to split your words, on which separation. So whether it is a space or underscore or dot, what it is. So here I have a separator of space. So I'll just execute this line of code. Here you can see the sentences is separated separated as words based on the like separators, right? That is space. Then if I change this separator to dot, then what is happened? So we are getting a list with two lengths of two words. That is hello Python 3 is separated and 10 is separated. Why? Because it is separated within a dot. Okay. So let's see. See, hello Python 3 is in a one set and 10n is in another set. So why? Because it is separated within a dot. So by using this knowledge, by using this concept, you may achieve anything. Okay. So maybe in the later on, you will got to know why we should learn all these things. These are that's why Python is very good, because it had many built-in functions, many methods of data transformations. Okay. It's very easy to do that. So in this way, we have multiple methods over here. Just you need to do is just create your own string, one sentences, and check all the methods available with the string. So, and just understand what are the methods, which methods is doing which work by checking the doc string. That is again shift. You can go inside of that function and press a shift tab. Okay. And you can just understand like what are the transformations which we could do and what is the changes after the transformations. Okay. So in this way, maybe sometimes you will find some errors. So just try to debug and try to resolve those errors and understand. So what are the use of this using these kinds of functions? Okay. Any questions so far? So now it is coming. I pressed a tab at 5 minutes back. Okay, see, if you want to check your inputs is alphanumerical or not, it means your string containing numeric and as well as alphabetics or not, or is numeric only, or is alphabetical only, is ASCII number. It is just providing it's just a functions. It's just providing a output. So you can see is alphanumerical or not. It's a function, and I'm pressing a shift tab over here. So it will returns true if the string is alphanumerical string, false otherwise. It means it will returns the boolean only with providing in a true or false conditions, right? Your inputs is, let's see here, I'm just providing 10 text. Okay, is this alphanumerical or not? Yes. Why? Because this input containing numerical values and as well as text. See, text. Oh, okay. No argument. Ah, sorry. I should give this text here. Yeah. So yeah, here in anyhow, my string dot is alphanumerical. So let me execute this line of code. It is false. It means this text is not containing any of the numerical values, it says. Okay. Then is numerical or not? Is numeric or not? That is also false. This is a string. This is containing a text. So I'll just show 10. It should show actually true now because it's a numerical value. Is numeric? Yes, true. Then I'll just pass this as hello. Then is alphabetical or not? Is alpha? Yes, let me check this one. That is also true. Let me change this one as 10. Is alpha? No, this is a numerical values. This is not an alphabetics, right? So in this way, you can just explore all the methods which is available with Python string operations. Okay. So any questions so far? Okay, someone texted. No, sir. Okay, nice. So can I expect that exploration by today? So I'll ask those things tomorrow anyhow, in the very beginning. You guys can unmute yourself and tell yes or no. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What it means? Then yes, today I'm closing the class very early because I wanted to go some award ceremony actually. So we had another award ceremony today from my organization. I should go to that event actually. I have an invite for that. So yes, tomorrow anyhow, I'm taking the class again in the same time. And the same time, maybe you guys can utilize this 20 minutes, like 15 minutes more for that exploration. That is exploring the string methods. What are the possible transformations is available with the Python. Okay. Is that okay for you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, sure then. So I will send this notebook anyhow by today. Like after this call only, I'll send this. So you can just start exploring the things. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. So and yes, so if you guys find any questions, maybe tomorrow we will discuss on that. And until that time, take care. Bye bye. Have a great day.